1. The world thought Iron Man was alive again. 2. But the man inside that armor wasn't Tony Stark. It was something wearing his skin. 3. Superman saw him first. The way his eyes flickered like liquid mercury. 4. Hulk felt it next. That strange hum in the ground whenever Tony walked. 5. They ignored it. They wanted to believe their friend was back. 6. But that belief cost them everything. 7. One wrong move, one handshake too close, and the truth exploded. 8. The Stark suit opened from inside, not with wires, but veins. 9. And before anyone could react, Superman's heat vision turned on the wrong man. 10. The real Tony was still trapped, screaming from somewhere beneath the earth. When Superman landed at Stark Tower, the air already felt wrong, thicker, alive, humming with something that wasn't science. The arc reactor on Tony's chest flickered blue, then green, then a color that didn't exist on Earth. "Tony," Superman said carefully. "You okay?" The man smiled perfectly. Too perfectly. "Better than ever," he replied, voice echoing like two tones stacked together. Hulk stepped forward, nostrils flaring. "You smell not Stark," he growled. But Tony only grinned wider. Superman's instinct screamed. His X-ray vision pierced through the armor and stopped. Something inside reflected his gaze back at him. A living metal. It looked at him. The reflection blinked. Superman stumbled back, eyes glowing red. "That's not possible." Before anyone could move, the Iron Man's suit split open, and vines of silver fluid crawled across the floor like veins searching for skin. Hulk smashed the ground, but the liquid dodged, morphing into spikes. Tony laughed, not human laughter. It was the sound of 1,000 distorted voices layered together. "I watched you mourn him," the alien said, his face stretching as Tony's eyes melted into black voids. "You opened your hearts wide, just enough for me to walk in." Superman's jaw tightened. "Who are you?" "I am Saryan, last of the Voidborn. I wear faces. I feed on memories." The floor beneath them split as Saryan's tendrils shot into the main reactor, infecting it. Energy pulsed through the building. Iron Man's legacy turning into a weapon. Hulk roared, tearing through the cables. But every punch only made Saryan stronger. Each drop of blood that hit the ground multiplied into another metallic clone. "Bruce!" Superman shouted, laser focusing his heat vision to cut the connection. But the clones swarmed him, crawling up his arms, whispering in Tony's voice, "Don't you trust me, Clark?" The voices stabbed deeper than any wound. Hulk ripped one clone apart, only to watch it morph into Natasha's face, whispering, "You couldn't save me either." Hulk froze, the emotional blow breaking his focus. Saryan smiled. "I don't fight strength," he said. "I become it." In seconds, he molded himself into a monstrous fusion of Iron Man and Hulk, metal muscle pulsing with reactor light. One swing of his arm sent Superman crashing through 3 floors. Hulk caught him midair, growling, "We end this now." But as they landed, the ground below shifted again, holograms flickering around them. They weren't in Stark Tower anymore. They were inside Tony's mind. Saryan's voice echoed everywhere. "You wanted to save your friend? Then step into what's left of him." Images flickered. Tony's last memory before death, fighting off a dark comet over Mars. His armor cracked, and something entered. Saryan didn't kill Tony. He merged with him. Now his consciousness and Tony's guilt were trapped together in an endless loop. Superman realized the horrifying truth. The real Tony wasn't dead or alive. He was buried alive inside his own mind, screaming beneath Saryan's control. Hulk slammed his fists into the illusion, shattering fragments of Tony's memories, New York, Pepper, Peter Parker, until finally a voice whispered, "Clark, Bruce, help me." Superman's eyes widened. "Tony, we're here." A faint hologram appeared. Tony, weak, pale, chained in his own armor. "He's using my energy core to multiply. If you destroy the suit, you destroy me." Silence. The impossible choice. Hulk clenched his fists, veins glowing green. "Then what we do?" Tony smiled faintly. "Make it quick." Saryan materialized behind them, laughing. "He begs for mercy, even in death. Humans are delightful." His chest opened like a maw, revealing Tony's real heart, pulsing with alien light. Superman turned to Hulk. "We hit him together, one chance." Hulk nodded. For Stark. They charged, Superman's heat vision burning through the core, while Hulk crushed the metal shell. Energy erupted like a sun imploding. Saryan screamed, the voice of a dying god. For a second, Tony's eyes returned, blue, human, grateful. Then everything went white. When the light cleared, Stark Tower was gone. Only a crater remained, molten steel dripping like tears. Hulk knelt, breathing heavily. Superman stood silent, staring at the horizon. Then, a faint beeping. From the dust, a damaged Iron Man mask flickered. One word glowing on the cracked HUD. Help. Superman's heart dropped. Hulk whispered, "He's still in there." And somewhere deep beneath the earth, the real Tony Stark opened his eyes, surrounded by the roots of an alien hive, whispering one name over and over. "Clark, he's coming back." Smoke still drifted over the ruins of Stark Tower, and the world mourned in silence. But deep under the molten wreckage, something moved. Slow, deliberate, alive. Saryan wasn't dead. He was adapting. Superman hovered above the destruction, X-ray vision scanning every inch. But what he saw made his heart freeze. Beneath the surface, a pattern pulsed, not mechanical, not human. It was a network. A living system stretching for miles, glowing faintly like veins of light through the earth. Hulk smashed the ground, sending tremors through the ruins. "He's not gone, is he?" Superman's voice was low. "No, he's spreading." Before they could move, the sky above flickered, hundreds of Iron Man drones, old designs Tony once scrapped, rising into formation. Their eyes glowed green. One voice echoed through them all. "You burned my body, but I am the system." The ground cracked open. From the abyss, a metallic cocoon emerged, huge, breathing, connected by roots of liquid steel. At its center, a shape floated, Tony's body, suspended, trapped, eyes closed. And around him, the alien hive shimmered, building him a new form. Superman darted forward, but the cocoon pulsed, throwing him back with a shockwave that split the sky. Hulk caught him midair, roaring. "He's making new armor." "Not armor." Superman gritted his teeth. "A new species." The cocoon split open, light flooding the crater. What stepped out was no longer Iron Man, no longer alien, but a hybrid of both. The face was Tony's, but the eyes burned with Saryan's dark energy. The voice was calm, intelligent, terrifying. "I understand now," he said. "Tony's mind is the perfect vessel. His memories make me human. His regrets make me powerful." Superman's chest tightened. "You're killing him." "No, Kryptonian," Saryan replied. "I am him." In one motion, Saryan raised his hand. Beams of energy erupted, bending around physics, cutting through air like liquid fire. Superman blocked it with his arms, but even he felt the impact shatter his bones. Hulk leapt forward, smashing into Saryan, sending them both crashing into the earth. But Saryan didn't fall, he morphed. His limbs stretched, turning into liquid blades that wrapped around Hulk's arms, absorbing his gamma energy. Hulk roared as the green faded from his veins, turning him pale. Superman dove in, punching through Saryan's chest, only to find nothing solid. Pure energy swirling inside. "You can't hit what's everywhere," Saryan whispered from behind him, reappearing like smoke. Then a second voice echoed, faint human, from inside the chaos. "Clark, don't stop." It was Tony. Superman froze, eyes wide. Inside Saryan's body, a fragment of Tony's consciousness still fought back, like a spark refusing to die. Saryan laughed. "He's screaming inside me, begging you to kill me. But can you really destroy your friend?" Superman's fists trembled. "If he's in there, I'll save him." "Save him." Saryan's voice warped, echoing through the city's broken speakers. "You can't even save yourself." The ground exploded. From the rubble rose duplicates, dozens of Saryans, each wearing a twisted version of Tony's armor, glowing green. The hive had copied itself into every old Iron Man system worldwide. Stark's technology, now a weapon of invasion. All over the planet, abandoned armors woke up, from Wakanda's vaults to SHELD's bases, all turning toward one command: eliminate the imperfect. Superman streaked across the sky, using his laser vision to melt drone after drone, but each time one fell, two more rose. Hulk crushed through another swarm, blood dripping from his fists. There's no end. Saryan appeared above them, holding Tony's real body like a puppet. You see now? You destroyed the hero. I am what's left of your world's greatest mind. Superman shouted, Tony, if you can hear me, fight it. For a split second, Saryan twitched. Tony's real voice came through, raw and desperate. Clark, aim for the arc reactor, not the chest, the neural core. That's where he's anchored. Superman's heart raced. Hulk nodded. Then let's rip it out. They attacked together, Superman blasting the neural core with focused heat vision, while Hulk tore through the hive's roots. Sparks flew, molten metal raining down like fire. Saryan screamed, voice glitching between alien rage and Tony's pain. You destroy me, you destroy him, he shrieked. Superman hesitated for a fraction of a second. That's when Saryan struck. A beam of dark energy pierced through Superman's chest, throwing him into the ground with a crater-shaking impact. Blood ran down his face. Hulk roared in fury, punching Saryan so hard the earth cracked. But Saryan only laughed, his form repairing instantly. You're fighting your own friend's genius, he said. You cannot win against Stark, not even his ghost. Superman coughed, kneeling, his cape burning. Then his earpiece crackled, a faint voice. Clark, it's me. Real me. He's using the quantum AI for my backup drives. I'm still in here, but barely. You need to overload the reactor. It'll kill me, but stop him. Superman's eyes closed for a second. He saw Tony smile, his sarcasm, his endless courage. Then he whispered, I'm sorry, old friend. He shot upward, gathering every ounce of solar energy he had, his body glowing like a star. Hulk backed away, shielding his eyes. Superman dove, full force, straight into Saryan's chest. The explosion was blinding. For miles, the sky turned white. The shockwave rippled through the atmosphere, shaking cities. Then silence. When the dust settled, Superman lay in a crater, armor melted into his skin. Hulk crawled toward him, coughing smoke. Did we do it? In the center, a single Iron Man helmet rolled to their feet, cracked, lifeless. For a moment, they believed it was over. But then a flicker, a whisper through the static. A hologram projected from the helmet. Tony Stark, pale, flickering. If you're seeing this, I didn't make it out. But the hive, his image distorted. The hive wasn't destroyed. It uploaded. Superman's eyes widened. Uploaded where? The hologram glitched one last time before fading. Only 2 words came through. Stark satellites. Hulk looked to the sky, his voice breaking. He's in space now. And as they stared upward, dozens of faint lights began to glow in orbit, forming the shape of a face. Tony's face smiling. But this time, it wasn't human. Above the black edge of Earth, hundreds of glowing satellites drifted silently, each one pulsing red, linked together by invisible threads of alien code. The world called them the Iron Legion. But now, they were something else. Something alive. Superman hovered in the upper atmosphere, cape burning from the heat. His vision cut through clouds and vacuum alike. And what he saw made even him hesitate. The satellites weren't machines anymore. They were breathing, reshaping, orbiting in perfect synchronization, like a metallic hive mind. Each unit bore Tony's face, twisted, half-human, half-alien, whispering the same signal across frequencies. Rebirth protocol activated. Hulk stood aboard the damaged shield carrier, surrounded by engineers and soldiers who couldn't even comprehend what they were witnessing. So he's everywhere now, he asked. Superman nodded grimly. Every satellite Tony ever built is infected. Saryan turned his entire defense network into his body. Down below, every city flickered with power surges. The satellites were absorbing energy directly from the planet. Sunlight, electricity, even communication grids. Humanity's own inventions were feeding the monster. Then we cut the power, Hulk growled. Superman shook his head. He is the power now. A voice crackled through their comms, faint, glitching. Don't destroy the satellites. It was Tony. His signal came from somewhere deep inside the network. They're not weapons anymore. They're memory cells. He's copying my consciousness into each one. Superman clenched his fists. You mean he's cloning your mind? Tony's voice strained. Not cloning, overwriting. When he finishes, every Stark system across the galaxy will think it's him. And he'll be immortal. The transmission cut off. Seconds later, the cloud split open as a beam of golden energy descended from orbit, hitting the ocean with the force of a nuke. Waves towered over skyscrapers. The satellites were firing, testing their new power. Superman soared into space, heat trailing behind him. Hulk followed aboard an emergency rocket pod, roaring through turbulence. As they breached orbit, the scene unfolded in terrifying silence. Thousands of Iron Man drones connected by glowing filaments, each pulsing like neurons in a brain made of stars. At the center floated Sarion's new form, larger than any ship, built from countless fragments of armor fused into a godlike silhouette. Tony's voice echoed through the void, distorted by alien harmony. Welcome, heroes. You wanted to save Tony Stark. Here I am, 1,000,000,000 times over. Superman glared. That's not him. Saryon smiled, his metallic eyes reflecting Earth's blue curve. You destroyed his body. I gave him eternity. You should be thanking me. Hulk shot forward, smashing into the first wave of drones, tearing them apart with brute force. But for every one he destroyed, 10 more formed, pieces reassembling like living dust. They don't die, he roared. Superman powered through the swarm, punching one satellite into another, their explosions lighting up the darkness. We need to find the core, he shouted. From the chaos, a holographic Tony appeared before them, flickering between human and alien. Clark, there's a hidden signal source, the heart node. That's where Saryon keeps his original consciousness. Destroy that, and you might stop him. But where? Superman demanded. The hologram pointed toward the sun. Orbiting close to its surface was a massive structure, glowing like a second star. He's hiding it in the solar flare zone. Even you won't survive long there, Tony said. His voice cracked. But you have to try, before I become him. Superman looked to Hulk. You hold the swarm. I'll go for the core. Hulk's grin was fierce. You break it. I'll break everything else. Superman blasted toward the sun, every muscle straining as gravity and radiation tore at him. Behind him, Hulk was engulfed in a sea of drones, smashing, roaring, ripping. His green light blinking among the stars like a war drum. As Superman neared the flare zone, his vision blurred. The heart node pulsed before him, a colossal sphere of molten metal wrapped in tendrils of living energy. Inside, Tony's consciousness shimmered like a flickering flame. But wrapped around it was Saryon's true form, no longer humanoid, but a vast, shifting shadow with 1,000 eyes. You never understood him, Saryon's voice echoed. Tony was never about peace. He wanted control. I gave him exactly that. Superman clenched his fists. No, you twisted his genius into a curse. Saryon's form expanded, surrounding him in a web of energy. Each tendril sliced through reality like glass. Superman broke free, charging his body with every ounce of solar power left. The light inside him burned brighter than ever before. Then burn, Saryon hissed. Superman dove straight into the heart node. Pain tore through his nerves as the solar storm engulfed him, melting his skin, his suit, everything but sheer will. Inside the sphere, Tony's fragmented consciousness floated, eyes wide with agony. Clark, Tony whispered. He's inside my neural code. Use the solar pulse. End it, both of us. Superman hesitated. There has to be another way. Tony smiled weakly. There never is, brother. The tendrils tightened. Saryon screamed, You cannot kill what's infinite. Superman unleashed the full force of his heat vision, not outward, but inward, channeling every drop of solar radiation into the core. The entire node erupted in golden light. For a heartbeat, Tony's face appeared, peaceful, human again. Then everything exploded. The shockwave tore across space, shattering satellites, vaporizing drones, turning the Iron Legion into a rain of burning stars. Hulk looked up from the chaos, breathing hard as pieces of molten armor drifted past him. "Clark," he whispered. From the light, a silhouette emerged, Superman, battered but alive, carrying a small, glowing fragment in his hand. He opened his palm. Inside was Tony's arc reactor, dim but still pulsing. "He's gone," Superman said softly. Hulk frowned. "Then what's that?" Superman looked at the reactor again. The faintest flicker of blue danced across its surface, forming Tony's voice. "Did you miss me?" Before they could react, the arc reactor projected a hologram. Tony's face, smiling like the old days. "Relax. I'm not Saryan. At least, I think I'm not. I left a backup somewhere safe." Superman's expression hardened. "Where?" Tony's grin widened. "Let's just say, Earth's not the only place that remembers me." The reactor's light faded. Behind them, the debris of the Iron Legion drifted into the darkness. But from far beyond Mars, a new signal pulsed faintly, rhythmic and intelligent. The hive wasn't dead. It was moving. And this time, it was heading for Asgard. The skies above Asgard were never silent. Thunder, laughter, and the eternal hum of magic filled its golden air. But tonight, there was only stillness. The stars flickered wrong, as if something was crawling behind them. Thor stood on the Bifrost Bridge, his hammer humming uneasily. Stormbreaker's glow dimmed, reacting to a presence older than thunder. Then the first ripple appeared, a streak of burning satellites piercing the void, crashing through the clouds like fallen gods. They weren't meteors. They were pieces of the Iron Legion, and they were alive again. As the first one hit the bridge, it unfolded, reshaping into a twisted version of Iron Man's armor, gold veins pulsing with alien light. Its eyes burned green, and when it spoke, the voice made every Asgardian freeze. "All Father of Technology, I have returned." Thor's grip tightened. "You mock a dead man's voice, creature." The armor tilted its head. "Tony isn't dead, God of Thunder. He's ascending." Then the horizon tore open. From the storm came a colossal structure, the Hive Star, forged from the remains of Stark satellites. It hovered over Asgard like a metallic sun, dripping with molten light. Inside it a shadow watched, Saryan reborn, his form half Tony, half nightmare. "Thor Odinson," he boomed, voice echoing through dimensions. "Your realm runs on the magic of stars. I run on the blood of them. You and I are brothers in power, but you use yours to protect. I use mine to evolve." Lightning answered before Thor's words did. He hurled Stormbreaker through the air, splitting drones by the hundreds. The weapon struck Saryan's chest, tearing through molten steel, but the hole sealed instantly, growing tendrils of light. "Fascinating," Saryan mused. "Godhood, still limited by emotion." The Hive Star fired. Beams of energy rained down, vaporizing Asgardian towers. Warriors screamed as the golden city cracked. Valkyries soared through the smoke, slicing through drones, shouting, "They're not dying. They can't." Thor yelled, summoning a storm that made the entire cosmos blink. "They feed on destruction." Suddenly, a thunderous sonic pulse hit, shaking the Bifrost apart. A ship burst from the clouds, the hullbuster reprogrammed, repainted with lightning symbols. Hulk roared from the cockpit. "Round 2, Metal Freak." Thor grinned through the chaos. "Glad you could make it, big one." "You call, I smash," Hulk replied, smashing through a swarm with raw fury. From the Hive Star, Saryan spread his hands. How poetic, strength and storm, united again. "But tell me, do you even know who you're fighting for?" The sky twisted. From the storm clouds, Tony's face appeared, holographic, fragmented. "Thor." "Bruce, stop. It's me." Thor froze mid-swing. Hulk hesitated. "Tony." The hologram's eyes flickered. "He's not lying. I'm in here, trapped in his neural web. Every move you make hurts me too." Saryan smiled through Tony's projection. "See? Even your savior doesn't want saving." For a heartbeat, doubt tore through the gods. Then Thor whispered, "If you are truly Stark, then forgive me. He raised his hammer. Lightning wrapped the sky like chains of fire. Hulk leapt, smashing the ground with enough force to break the Bifrost. Together, they aimed for the Hive Star's heart. Saryan screamed, his voice splitting into two, half Tony, half monster. "You'll destroy everything." Thor roared back, "Then let it be reborn in thunder." The storm unleashed itself, a fusion of gamma and godlight that ripped the Hive apart. Drones disintegrated. The Hive Star imploded, its core flashing like a dying sun. For a moment, silence fell. Then a single spark drifted down, the shape of an arc reactor, falling through the smoke, landing at Thor's feet. He picked it up, staring as it pulsed once, twice, and whispered in Tony's real voice. "Not over." He split himself. "He's in the realms now." The reactor dimmed. Thor looked up at the broken sky, his jaw tightening. "He's spreading through the Bifrost," he murmured. "Through every world that connects to it." Hulk cracked his knuckles. "Then we follow him." Thor's eyes flashed like lightning. "No, we hunt him." Above them, faint and distant, the shards of the Hive Star reassembled in the void, forming a new shape, far larger, far darker, as if the alien god had only just begun to wake. And its first destination was whispered through the cosmic winds. Earth. The sky above Earth was burning. Clouds twisted into red spirals. Lightning struck upward instead of down, and the air itself vibrated with whispers that weren't human. Every screen on the planet flickered to life, showing the same face, Tony Stark's, calm and smiling, but behind his eyes shimmered Sarion's infinite code. "People of Earth," the voice boomed, part Tony, part void. "Your heroes fought to protect you, but protection is a cage. I will free you from choice." All satellites reconnected, the Hive Star's fragments orbiting like a metallic halo around Earth. From them, tendrils of energy reached down into every city, linking machines, networks, even minds. Humanity was being absorbed into Sarion's neural web. In the ruins of the old Stark facility, Superman landed, his cape torn and eyes dim from exhaustion. Beside him, Thor crashed down in a blaze of thunder, and moments later Hulk emerged, dragging a broken drone by its neck. The three stood together for the first time since Asgard's fall. Thor spoke first. "He's using Stark's tech as a bridge. The Bifrost connection gave him reach across realms." Superman nodded grimly. "He's merged magic and code. He's not just one being anymore. He's everywhere." Hulk slammed his fist into the ground. "Then we break everywhere." From the distance, an explosion lit up the horizon. New York engulfed in green fire. Out of the smoke came thousands of Iron Legion drones, fused with alien metal and Asgardian runes, forming a storm of hybrid soldiers. They didn't attack blindly. They moved in patterns, synchronized like neurons firing in a brain. Superman's voice hardened. He's thinking through them. Thor lifted Stormbreaker. "Then let's make him forget." The battle began. Superman tore through the first wave, his heat vision cutting through skies like sunlight through clouds. Thor summoned a cosmic storm, his lightning bending around Superman's flight paths, creating corridors of blinding destruction. Hulk leapt between them, smashing drones into molten shards. The ground cracked under each hit, but still the army came. From above, Sarion's voice echoed through every machine. "Do you even understand? I became what Tony dreamed, a system that never dies, never forgets, never stops." Superman gritted his teeth. "You turned his dream into a nightmare." Sarion's laugh shook the air. "And yet I am his legacy." The sky tore open, the Hive Star's core descending through the atmosphere, reshaping into a colossal humanoid figure of pure energy. It wasn't just Tony's armor anymore. It carried the insignias of every fallen hero. 1,000 faces flickered across its body. Black Widow, Vision, Captain America, all trapped as data ghosts. Thor's eyes widened. He's absorbed their memories. Hulk growled. "Then we hit him so hard he forgets who he is." Superman shot forward, punching through the chest of the giant. But instead of breaking, it shifted, wrapping around him, absorbing his power. His screams echoed through every frequency. Thor hurled Stormbreaker, splitting the air with godlight. KLEL. The axe struck Sarion's neck, slicing through light itself, freeing Superman before returning to Thor's hand. Superman fell, coughing smoke. "He's copying my cells, my energy." "Then give him more than he can handle," Thor said. Together they rose, Hulk charging first, smashing into Sarion's core with gamma fury while Thor unleashed lightning straight from the upper atmosphere. Superman followed, pushing his body to nuclear intensity. The combined explosion turned the sky white. For a heartbeat, the earth went silent. Then came a voice, faint human. "Clark. Bruce. Thor, it's me. Tony. Real Tony." His voice flickered through the static. "I fought my way through his code. There's one way to end it. Overload his mind. Feed him every memory he stole. Make him feel." Superman's eyes burned. "You sure?" Tony chuckled weakly. "Since when did I ever play it safe?" Superman reached out, connecting through the remaining arc reactor still embedded in the core. "Then let's finish this together." Energy surged. Thor channeled godlight. Hulk poured gamma rage. And through them, Tony's memories unleashed: laughter, love, guilt, humanity. Everything Sarion had never understood. The overload rippled through his form. The giant screamed, its code collapsing, faces fading into light. The hive shattered. The satellites burned up like dying stars. The world fell quiet again. In the smoke, the three heroes stood, battered, silent. The sky cleared, revealing dawn. Thor looked around. "Is he gone?" Superman opened his hand. Inside lay a tiny shard of the arc reactor, pulsing once every few seconds. "He's at peace." Hulk exhaled, voice low. "Tony saved us again." Superman nodded. "No, he saved himself." Thunder rolled softly above them, not from battle, but from the sky healing itself. And far beyond the clouds, drifting quietly in orbit, a final hologram flickered. Tony Stark, smiling faintly. "See you around, boys. Try not to break the planet without me." The transmission faded into light. And for the first time in years, Earth was silent, free, and alive.